The Adventure of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. Longman Simplified English Series. Read by Sirinthip Pengprasittipong. Chapter 20. The Trial of Porter. Tom soon began to wonder why his longer fall holiday was not as exciting as he had hoped. A circus came after it had gone. The boys had a circus of their own, intended made for O'Rourke. The price of admission was 3 pence for boys and 2 for girls. After 3 days, their circus was given up. There were some boy and girls parties, but they were so few and delightful that they only made the emptiness between harder to bear. Becky Thatcher was away with her parents, and so there was no bright sign of light anywhere. Tom felt ill. When he had recovered, he wandered down the street and found Jim Hall, acting as judge in court composed of children. He was trying a cat for murder in the presence of his victim, a bird. Murder was the chief subject of conversation in the village, for the murder trial came on court. Tom took Huck aside to have to talk with him. It would be a relief and unseal his tongue. Moreover, he wanted to assure himself that Huck had not betrayed the secret. Huck, have you told any about that? About what? You know. Oh, of course I haven't. Huck, they couldn't force you to tell, could they? Force me to tell? Why? If I want half-breed, they will to kill me. They could force me to tell. As twilight drew on, they found themselves hanging about the neighborhood of the little prison, and they did as they had often done before. They gave Porter some tobacco and matches to the bear. They felt very cowardly and treacherous when Porter said, You've been very good to me, boys. I often say to myself, I used to men or the boys, kiss and think, and show them the best things pace, and befriend them when I could, and now they forgotten me when I'm in trouble. But Tom hasn't, and Huck hasn't. Shake hands. Your will come, do the bear. But mine too big. Little hands the weak, but they helped me a lot, and they helped me more if they could. Tom went home miserable, and his dreams that night were full of horrors. The next day, and the day after, he hung about to court. At the end of the second day, the village talk was that Redskin Joe evidence stood firm and unshaken, and that there was not. She cited top what the journey with Dick would be. Tom was out late that night and came to bed through the window. He was in a state of great excitement. It was hours before they got to sleep, or the village flocked to the court the next morning, for this was to be the great day. After a long while, the jury took their place. Soon afterward, Porter, Pace, and Timmy was brought in the sea were to circus. I could stay at him. No, let's not spoil what Redskin Joe even fake. Then he Jack and the sheriff arrived. The usual whispering among the lawyers and the getting together a paper followed. This detail and accompanying delay gave an impressive sense to expression. Now a vintage was called, who said that he found Potter watching in stream at an early hour on the morning when the murder was discovered and that he immediately kept away. After some questioning, the lawyer for the prosecution said, "Examine the witness." The lawyer for the defense says, "I have no question to ask him." The next witness declares the finding of the knife near to body. The lawyer for the prosecution said, "Examine the witness. I have no question to ask him." Potter lawyer repeals. The third witness swore that he has often seen the knife in Potter's possession. Examine the witness. Potter's lawyer refused to question him. The face of audience began to show annoyance. Did lawyer mean to throw away the prisoner's life without an effort to save him? Every detail of what occurred in the graveyard that memorable morning was described by trustworthy witnesses, but none of them, of course, examined by Potter's lawyer. The lawyer for the prosecution now said, by the oath of citizen, who was is above suspicion, we have shown beyond all possibility of doubt that his awful crime was committed by the prisoner. A groan escaped from Potter, and there was a painful silence and calm. The lawyer for the defense rose and addressed the judges. Your Honor, in our remark at the opening of the trial, we show that we intend to prove that the prisoner did his painful deeds while under the influence to drink. We have changed our mind. We shall not offer that account. Turning to take check, he said, "Call Tom Sawyer." Everyone in court looked both amazed and surprised. Tom, looking red-faced, wrote the two plates upon the stand. He swore the oath. "Thomas Sawyer, where were you on the 17th of June about the hour of midnight?" Tom can address Skinjo, felt his tone, refused to move. The audience listened, breathless, but the words would not come. After a few moments, however, the boy got a little of his stick back, and he managed to put enough of it into white to make part of the cow hair. In the graveyard, a trifle louder, please. Don't be afraid. You were in the graveyard. A scornful smile passed across Skinjo's face. Were you anywhere near Horse William's grave? Yes, sir. Speak up a trifle louder. How near were you? As near as I am to you. Were you hidden or not? Hidden. Where? Behind the tree of the edge of the grave. Let Skinjo aside that. Did you carry anything there with you? Tom hissed and looked confused. Speak out, boy. And did you take that? Only a dead cat. There was some laughter with the junk sheep. We shall produce the remains of his cat and evidence. Now, my boy, tell us everything. That account, tell it in your own way. Don't omit anything, and don't be afraid. Tom began his story at first, but soon his words flowed more and more easily. With part lips, the Indian listened to his tablet. And as the doctor brought the board down and Potter fell, Red Skinjo jumped with the knife and cracked, and quick as lightning, the half-breed sprang towards a window, tore his way. Two all tried to stop him, as was gone. Tom was a hero once more, the pet of the old and envy of the young. His name was even penned for the village newspaper report the part he had played. Tom never dared a crony, but his mind worrisome a horror. Redskin Joe was present in all his limbs, and away with a full gleam in his eye. Nothing could persuade the boy to go out and draw after sunset. Poor Huck was in the same state of terror, for Tom had told the whole story of the lawyer of night before the trial, and Huck fixed in his chair, in the matter mind to find out. Since Tom's conscience had driven him to Betty, his oath, Huck confident in the human race and practically finished. During the day posters gratitude meant Tom felt God had spoken, but at night the witch, then he had said nothing. Rewards were offered, the couch was scratched, but Redskin Joe was not found. The day went slowly by, and each day Tom felt a little less afraid.